Well, two people have drowned during a church ritual in the Jukskei River on Saturday afternoon, and at least 15 people are reportedly still missing after being swept away by the flash floods in the Jukskei River in Johannesburg.
Now, reports are suggesting that church members were conducting a baptism ritual in the river and were caught in a flash flood following heavy rains in the Bramley Park area. For more on this, we're joined by Johannesburg Emergency Services spokesperson Mulaudzi. A very good morning to you, Mr. Mulaudzi. Thank you so much for joining us. If you could just please give us an update on what is the latest on the 15 who have been swept away and I would assume have not been found yet.
Good morning, Morena and Faith, and also the viewers. Yes, we can just give a brief background on yesterday. We did receive a call along Jukskei River stream, that's in Bramley Park, that about 33 congregants or church members from the local church in around Alexander, they were conducting a church ritual, which is a baptism, along the stream. In the process, there was a storm which came along, and about 2 people lost their lives during that storm, and then the other one was rescued by emergency rescuers. And there's another about 15 people who are still unaccounted for. So we immediately activated other search and rescue operation along that river stream up until 10 o'clock last night, of which after that time, we, due to the lack of visibility and risk to the rescue workers who are conducting the search, the search was called off last night. So we will be resuming this morning to continue with our search, looking for the 15 other members who are alleged to have been missing. Of course, they might have ran while that storm came through. So we will also activate the services of the local pastor to try and just remove any uncertainty about their whereabouts, to make sure that as and when we continue with our search, we also try and remove any uncertainty. Of course, we'll get that assistance from the local pastor, who should have their contact details.
Yeah, Robert, as you're speaking about this, and you shed some light a little bit on it, saying that the 15 that are missing, some may actually have run away. But do we have an account in terms of how many may have actually jumped into the water, or gotten into the water, as opposed to just perhaps run away from the storm? Can we confirm that of the 15, that some did indeed jump into the water and were supposedly carried by this river?
No, at this stage we cannot really confirm that because we are just getting these details as and when we're trying to interview the people who were around. So hence we feel that it's important for us to activate the services of the local pastor to assist us simultaneously as we continue with our search. The pastor will also try and assist us to be able to get hold of the other members who out of the 15 who are alleged to have been, swept away along this stream.
How far and wide are you conducting the search, Robert? What becomes the parameters?
For now, it will be along, the river stream, because you'll understand. I mean, if of course, the search will start from where the incident is alleged to have occurred. From that area, we will search, along, Jukskei River stream. We don't know where it's going to take us, but we'll try and make sure that we cover as much ground as possible to make sure that we can be able to, if possible, be able to recover those members, to be able to assist maybe the family members to also, find closure. Because, of course, the chances of us, recovering them while they're still alive is very much slim now that, the time frame which has taken us now. So, of course, it's a multidisciplinary operation which included last night the services of other SAPS. We did have a chopper along the river stream which was assisting the rescuers, and we also have rescuers from the City of Johannesburg Aquatic Rescue Team, which is a specialized team which responds to water-related emergencies. We've got rescuers from Gauteng EMS and other rescue services who will be conducting this search. So we're hoping that by the end of the day today, we'll have maybe, a positive feedback, to give to the public out there about this, tragic incident which occurred last night.
Yeah. You know, Robert, as we're nearing, I mean, the festive season is upon us. It is also a religious time for many South Africans, right? So baptisms, rituals, and the like are going to become a common and perhaps even an increasing phenomena as we go into this religious time of the year. How then do we start stressing the element of safety? Especially amongst those that would seek to use the rivers. And our rivers, particularly in the peak of summer, where we know that the summer rain comes along with it with, a lot of perhaps more water flooding and the likes, right? So how do we start stressing that message of safety? And more than anything else, do we use a flowing river to conduct certain baptism, especially during this time of the summer season?
Faith, you're raising a very, difficult, question, because if you look at the dynamics in our country, I mean, we are a democratic country. People are allowed to exercise their religious beliefs, the way they feel, So from our side, we will say that as and when they conduct these, rituals, we will want them to exercise caution. For instance, when they conduct these rituals, they need to make sure that maybe the people who are inside the water, they've got some kind of a rope which is assisting them in case of emergency which might occur in those areas. I think also from our side as a department, as a service, we have actually taken this issue further, because we have conducted a number of training, mostly focusing on the congregations or churches which are conducting mostly these baptisms, to say what is it that they can be able to do to make sure that they exercise, safety measures are taken into consideration while they're conducting this baptism. Of course, ideally, you will want them to conduct this kind of baptism in a normal, a swimming pool, where of course there will be people who will be, lifeguards will be on site. But due to the, various, beliefs which, as South Africans we believe in, these people maybe are forced to go and conduct these kind of rituals in those streams which are mostly dangerous. So from our side, we are some of these programs to make sure that our residents, they take into consideration their safety, because as a department also we have taken a strategy to say prevention is the future. They will be seeing most of us out there empowering our residents about life and fire safety educational programs, which we believe that if we empower our residents about all these safety, skills, all these much needed skills to deal with these emergencies, we can be able to prevent incidents like this one. But we're crossing our fingers to say that maybe by the end of the day today, we will have, positive results to give to our, those affected families who might have lost their loved ones during this tragic drowning incident which occurred last night.
We are crossing those fingers with you, Mr. Mulaudzi. Thank you so much for joining us here on the South African Morning here on ENCA. That was Johannesburg Emergency Services spokesperson Robert Mulaudzi.